Welcome back to Chahar Academy. I am Satendra, your German trainer. Remember, we already have 2 sessions uploaded. So this is our session 3 or chapter 3. Kapital 3, chapter 3. Okay, you're learning numbers as well, right? And chapter 3 is W-Frage, W questions. This means questions. Single Frage, that means here, this one is Frage, that means single question. As soon as we add E, it becomes questions. And W questions, we know in English, we have was, what, and all those things, right? Let's have a look at the first question. The first question that we have is the most common one in English, right? And that is was, right? So what is this was thing? You know that was is what. You should know that because it's very similar to that. Was is what, right? Let's have a look at some examples of the sentences. Was ist das? Was ist das? Can you guess the meaning of it? I think you can. I'm sure about that. Was ist das is what is that? What is that? So somebody shows you in the class like this. Was ist das? What is that? So, you know, when we learn any new language, we try to ask friends and family, like as in, what is that and what is this? So this is a question for that. Was ist das? Das ist, whatever the answer is. Was ist das? So you should ask your friends question. Was ist das? What is that in German? The first word is was. Let's have a look at another example. Was essen Sie? Now you must be thinking, why so difficult sentences already, Sam? No, they're not that difficult. Trust me. You'll be able to conquer these easily. Was ist das? Was essen Sie? Was essen Sie means what are you eating? Essen is to eat. Was essen Sie? So this is another question from what? Was, that is, what are you eating? This is you. We already know from the previous sessions. If you haven't watched them, please go and watch them again. Was essen Sie? Was essen Sie? Was essen Sie? Okay, great. Let's move on to the next one. Next one here we have was sehen Sie? Sehen means to see. Was sehen Sie? What are you looking at? What are you seeing? So was sehen Sie? So what do you see? What do you see or what are you looking at? ing and without ing is same in German. There is no difference whatsoever. Was sehen Sie is what do you see or what are you seeing? Was sehen Sie? Try to remember this. Was sehen Sie? Was ist das? Was essen Sie? Was sehen Sie? So was is now, I think, clear to all of you guys. Let's move on to the next one. Next one is was machen Sie? This is the most commonly used German verb. In the literally everywhere you can use machen to build, to make, to do. Was machen Sie is what are you doing or what are you making, depending on the context. Machen means to do, to make. Was machen Sie? Was machen Sie? Make is machen. Okay? It is versatile verb. Okay, used everywhere. Was machen Sie? Let's have a look at another one now. Another one that we have is wo. Now, what is wo? Wo means this looks like who, right? This looks like who, but there is a twist. In German, wo means where, and the word where in German means who in English. Isn't this crazy? Twisted, right? Wo means where means who. I don't know, maybe they did it on purpose or it's a coincidence that they have mixed up the whole thing, but that's okay with us. You know, we will be fine with this, right? We'll figure out the meaning. Wo is where is who, right? This is how you figure out what's the connection with wo and where. Wo and where you can remember together. Wo, where, who. Let's have a look at example of wo. Wo wohnen Sie? This is now becoming an introduction. Wo wohnen Sie? Wo wohnen Sie means where do you live? Wo wohnen Sie? Wohnen. Remember, this is the way to pronounce. Please do it after me, okay? Together. We'll do it together so that you can remember every sentence and phrase we are using here. wo, wohnen Sie. If this is to live and this is, remember, wo becomes where becomes wo, who, that means this is where. And I think you can decode the question already. Where do you live? Where do you live? Wo wohnen Sie? Where do you live? Right? Or where are you living right now? Great. So now let's go to the next question. Wo wohnst du? Let's just skip it because this is conjugation. You haven't gone through the chapter. We'll come back to the sentence later when we have understood conjugation. Let's just skip this one. Okay. We have we. Remember, we just used this in session 1 a lot, right? A lot. Remember? Wie heißen Sie, wie geht's, all those things. So already you know the meaning of this. If you have gone through previous chapters, wie is how. Wie is how. Wie is how. Okay, good. Wie is how. Remember this. Nice. Now we can move on to the next one, which is the sentence connected to wie. Wie geht es Ihnen? We have already used this sentence in previous sessions, but we're gonna still you understand it. Wie is how. Geht is conjugation of going, to go. Then we have es is it, and Ihnen means with you, or in a way it's you. Okay. How is it going with you? I think you can decode it now. Wie geht es Ihnen? So somebody, if you meet which is formal and you want to ask your elders or person you do not know from beginning, or personally you do not know them, what do you ask them? Wie geht es Ihnen? How are you doing? How is your life going? So basically, wie geht es Ihnen is how is your life going, and now we know wie means how. Right? Wie geht es Ihnen? Good. We are learning a lot. You should be writing this down. This is common already. We have seen this. Wie heißen Sie? And I think this one is how are you called? This is the meaning of this one is called. But Germans are a bit proud, and the way it is in language. So heißen is used for naming, like how are you called or what's your name. How are you called? Wie heißen Sie? Wie heißen Sie? Say it after me. Wie heißen Sie? Please. Wie heißen Sie? What are you called? Okay. This is, by the way, as said, we will see in the alphabet chapter soon anyway. Wie heißen Sie? Wie is how now. Okay. Let's go with the next one. The next one is where, and I'm going to repeat this, and you've already seen it. I'm going to say it again. Where in English becomes who, and wo in German becomes where in English. This is the twisted thing. Okay, now you remember. Wo is where is who. Right, let's talk about where now. Where is who. So let's just create some questions with where. Where sind Sie? Now it looks like where are you? No. This is not where. Who are you? Because we have seen that it is interchange. So who are you? So if you get a context, wherever you are unknown to the other person, if they're formal, we ask them, who are you? May I know about you? So that is, wer sind Sie? Who are you? Wer sind Sie? Who are you? I hope all of you are writing these phrases down in a tiny notebook of yours or larger notebook. It depends on you, but please do that. This will help you to enhance your language to next level. Right now they look like simple sentences, but later they will help. Wer sind Sie? Who are you? Good. Let's go to the next one. And next one we have is, where is das? I think we already have seen what is das. Das is that. And what is where? You can guess now. Who? So if your friend brings another friend and you want to ask, who's that? Who is that? Right? You say, where is das? Not wo ist das. Wo ist das will become where is that, right? In English. Who's that? So wo is, where is das is who is that? Who is that? In German is called ist. Where is das? Who is that? Right, who's that? Right, we say that. Okay, next one we have, it is woher. Now this is generally used for introduction. Woher in A1. I'm talking about A1 here. Where is used when you ask about country. Where, common Z. So we say where, common Z. That means where do you come from? Where means where from, not just where from. Now if you, and this is to come. They have this sentence and this is you, of course you know that. So this becomes where do you come from? Where do you come from? And generally this is asked about country. Of course we'll answer these questions later, but not now in coming chapters. But our answer question for that is where, common Z. That means where do you come from? Where, common Z. Where do you come from? Where, common Z. Where is where from, common is to come, and Z is you. Now I know some of you might be looking for the answer. We'll see the answer later, but I can tell you what's the translation of our country, that is India. India is not called India, it is called Indeen. Indeen. Please remember, it is called Indeen, not India. Indeen. Okay, Indeen. Where, common Z, that is where do you come from, and that answer is Indeen, that is India. Okay, now we're getting into nice conversation actually. Let's go with the next one. Where comes to. Not gonna do this one because that is in a way later we do it. Okay. Welsh is the last question. Welsh is the last question that we have today.